So this is a quick look at the Bakfiets Cargo Trike Cruiser Wide. And this is a trike, so a 3-wheel bicycle with a cargo front that could accommodate either a whole lot of stuff or up to 4 children. You can see here, this has the roof accessory, so it could be enclosed in case it's cold out or it's going to rain and you want the children to be completely sealed off. Here you can see the inside. We have the seats here. These can be folded up in case you would like to put something larger in here, or they could be held down and they're magnetized so they don't rattle around. There are seat belt straps for 4 children, kind of larger ones in the back, smaller ones in the front. This one also can fold away. See the reinforcement on the bottom here and some grippy type material here, just goes over the wood. This is sort of like a plywood material. It is from Holland. It's for the NL. And here we see it has a fender, step area here, sort of I forget what they call the brakes. Like it's not a disc brake, it's kind of like a drum brake, I think. The braking power is relatively good. This thing's quite heavy, which we'll get into in a second. More steps here. And here's that accessory right here. Not all of the cargo trikes will have this. This is an accessory you could pay for, and it adds to the price, but it's really useful if you have to haul around multiple children. Looking at the wheels there, similar setup. So this is the cruiser style, uses Shimano Nexus. It's a 7-speed gear system. See the obviously it has a kind of a double brake on this side with a lock. You can see here to lock it down, so you're like your parking brake type lock. Single brake on the side for the rear. The bike's pretty expensive. I think last time I checked the retail price, it's like 2,800 euros, something like that. So you see that it does have included lock here. I had a separate lock to lock it. I just want to lock it in place, so it'll lock the back wheel, but you do want to lock it up. There's that drum brake or whatever with the 7-speed system. Everything is nicely kind of sealed away. It's very user-friendly, easy to use. The bike is on a linkage, so basically the rear section can move independent of the front section. Overall weight for this bike is quite heavy, probably over 100 pounds. I haven't picked it up and weighed it, but it's quite heavy. Even if it was 80, 90 pounds, it's a lot to deal with. So we get a lot of momentum. It can be very hard to get up hills. That's why you have a very low set of gears, that 1 and 2 gear, especially the 1. You can move almost vertical because you're going up in very low gear, so you could really keep going even though there's a lot of weight. But still, using this on flat ground is important. And I think a lot of people have moved over to the electric ones of these. I haven't tried it yet, but this one with multiple kids in it, I could tell you, you're really pushing. Even on flat ground, feels like you're going uphill. As far as maneuvering goes, it has like a better turning radius than I would have expected, but it's definitely not great. You could see that is the maximum turn. What is that? 35 degrees, something like that, 45 degrees at the most. And then what happens then is your wheel basically gets in the way, so you can't turn anymore. You wouldn't want to go much steeper of a turn than this because you do feel some instability just with the weight of this. It just feels like it's going to kind of get a little bit unstable. So you want to start leaning your weight into the turn, but still, if there's children in front or something heavy, you don't want to do a very sharp turn. It maneuvers well, but heavily. One of the bigger problems is turning it around is a problem, just because you basically have to do a K-turn and then dealing with this thing, which has a lot of weight up front. You can see it really wants to move as there's so much weight to it. It is quite heavy, and just kind of dealing with all that weight sometimes is not fun. It's really more of a tool than it is something you take out and use just for kicks, because as fun it is to have multiple kids in here, it's a lot of work to pedal this thing around. The accessory top is quite nice. It's a heavy duty, I guess this is a vinyl, really strong, sturdy, it's held up really well. And basically what happens is it's flopping around here, but if you unzip it and you can lock this one in place, lock this one in place, and now you can kind of get it exactly how you want it. But basically now you have a nice open roof, and now if you wanted to get the kids out in the sun, they can get some shade while still enjoying the day. Alternatively, if it's cold out, you could lock it down and it seals quite nicely. This accessory again is nice if you're dealing with a lot of sun or inclement weather, but it's not mandatory. This could come on and come off, and you don't have to get it. You could just have the Cargo Trike on its own. So overall, I would say if you need a bike and you need to get 2, 3, 4 kids around, this is a nice way to go. Something's quite heavy, and it could be a lot of work to move it around. So I wouldn't really recommend it unless if you really want to do some pedaling, get some exercise in. If not, check out the e-bike version or look for a smaller one. Companies like that, Babo, they have a lighter duty ones of these that are a lot less cumbersome than the Cargo Trike Cruiser. This one's on the heavy side, so there are some lighter versions out there that I'd recommend.